Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be covering the Red Power tube system. It's technically called Funamic tubes, Funamic, I don't know, tubes. But these systems are basically equivalent to Buildcraft pipes. However, there's a lot of differences in how they actually function. Now, as you see here, I have no diamond, iron pipes, or anything of that nature in this entire system. And so you might be wondering, where's the logic coming from? Red Power systems have its own logic built into the pipes. They will automatically put things into the first valid destination based off distance, and they won't put it into anywhere else. So as you can see here, the cobblestone's automatically getting put into this barrel, despite the fact that this chest would also work to hold cobblestone, but it will never send it there because this barrel's first. And this really lets you set up a very easy to build logical setup for how you want to sort all of your items. This comes in very much handy with barrels, because barrels are very useful for storing large amounts of things, but with the Buildcraft pipe system you'd have to set up diamond gates to only try to put items in there, and you would have all these kind of like weird issues. So all you have to do for Buildcraft's, or for Red Power's tube system, is give a destination an item that you want it to have. So I gave this one cobblestone to start off with, and it automatically knew that all cobblestone's the only thing that can go there, and so it will only try to send cobblestone in there. And this is pretty useful. Think about this with like macerators and such, where you're like, trying to macerate iron, and maybe you're trying to macerate coal and diamonds at the same time. This system will automatically only throw items into where it can go at the time. So it will only throw iron ore into iron ore macerators, and it will only throw cobblestone into cobblestone macerators without you having to do anything. So that's a pretty nifty little feature of it. Another nifty feature of it is that it's extremely intelligent. As you can see, I broke the pipe there, and two things dropped out on the ground, but no more. This is because of the way the system handles its items. It tries to avoid dropping them on the ground at all costs. It'd rather funnel it back to the source. So if a pipe system ever breaks or ever gets full mid-transit, it will simply send all the items back to wherever it came from. Now, this doesn't work too well with a quarry, because as you can see here, I have this thing called a relay. It only has 9 slots. Now, you might be wondering why I have this relay here. This is because Buildcraft machines, and indeed most machines that are designed to work with Buildcraft pipes, will not work with tubes, not innately. However, all of those Buildcraft compatible machines work with chests. So this relay is really just a chest with a transposer. Now, what a transposer does is it simply puts items into the pipe network. So as you can see, it picks up items and puts them into the pipes. This basically lets you connect the Red Power tube system to any of your other machine networks, and that's very nifty. Now, over here I have a transposer on a timer. Now this timer is another part of Red Power, and it's pretty integral for the tube system, so I'm going to actually cover it, but I'm not going to cover all of the Red Power redstone little bits of tips they do. So basically this timer is an adjustable redstone clock. You can change it to whatever time you want within a large time range, over 100 seconds and down to a fifth of a second. So you might be wondering, okay, what's the point of all that? Well, basically Red Power system requires either Red Power, Bluetricity, which is the electrical system I covered in a previous video, or it requires redstone pulses. In this case, these transposers, which was part of the element over here, require a redstone pulse to pull items out of a chest. So if I put some cobblestone in here, voila. So this transposer right here functions similarly to Buildcraft pipes in terms of the wooden pipe. However, it's a more than that pipe. If I place it over here and I toss an item into it, as you can see, its front end is able to pull in an item, very much like a void pipe. Now, if I do the... where's that redstone timer? If I say, for instance, need to put a solid block here, put a redstone timer against it like that, you might notice something in particular. When I toss an item down, voila. See, when it receives a pulse, it will pull items from 2 blocks away. Not 3, but just 2. This makes it very useful in the same way that the void pipe can be powered to pull items from further away. So basically this transposer functions as a void pipe and a wooden pipe for those familiar with the Buildcraft system. The nice part about it is, again, it's a very smart system and it knows not to attempt to put items into these. As for the chest over here, it can pull items out pretty dang fast if you drop it down to the lowest, as you can see. Pull item pretty fast. So it's very functioning similar to a overclocked redstone engine pulling items out of a chest. Very useful. Now over here I have just the standard sorting system with my diamond chest at the end. But let's say I want to have 2 diamond chests and I want the resources split equally. Just simply need to put a diamond chest at the same distance from the machinery, and it will evenly split the items between these 2 chests. And if I want to say only fill this chest up only once my other chest is filled, I can simply put the chest, say, a block this way, and now if I drag the pipe over here, it will only ever put items into this chest once this chest is full. Now this is very useful for people who are trying to keep track of how many items are in their system through redstone or whatnot, because this will fill this chest first and then, and only then, will it put items into this chest, which makes it so that you can not worry about your items being so spread over a whole bunch of chests, but put a whole bunch of chests just in case you need them. So yeah, this is kind of a very brief overview of the redstone transposers. There's a lot of more stuff you can do with them, but this is kind of the very basics. Now, I want to also quickly cover this relay in a little more detail in terms of how it's orientated. Its orientation is very important. This small hole must connect to a redstone pipe, or a red power tube, sorry. A red power tube. Its chest face can be facing anywhere, but this little hole right there definitely needs to be facing the tube. Same with the transposers, they all have a little hole on them. That is basically where they need to face the tube. So these are orientation dependent. You can adjust this with a screwdriver, like that. And now, as you can see, I faced this little hole out to the outside, and that basically means that this is a valid way to send items out. And because of that, it spit all the items out onto me. And that's just kind of how the system works. It's a very distance-based system for its logic, which is very useful. But yeah, I might be covering more of the red power systems. They are still filters and sorters and retrievers, which all are really nifty, but require more time to explain than I want to put into this video. So I hope you all enjoyed watching. Thank you and have a good day.